we have a great show for you today. I'm planned out some segments, right? A cavalcade of fun stuff. And yeah, we're gonna get right to it. I can control it from this phone now. How great is that? Is the sound quality good?
The sound quality's great.
Well, that's good. Right. Yeah, all right. So the first thing is not so much a funny thing is I want to share, just to get the mood set, a beautiful memory that I have. Like, out of my top, 3 memories probably. We were out in the headlands of Marin. This is just north of San Francisco. And we were staying at a hostel, and I wanted to run anyway. The weather was getting kind of iffy, but there was the only place to run was like these trails up a mountain. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna go run my 5K. The weather's getting worse. I'm doing it. Let's see what happens, right? So I'm running. I'm going through this mountain that is way more terrain than I'm ever used. I'm used to running on flat surfaces, right? And I'm starting to really get the adrenaline going, because now there's thunder and rain coming, and that just automatically ups the adrenaline somehow. Like, you're putting all this effort and energy into making your body go, and then nature says, oh, hello, you're gonna deal with this now. And just something about it absolutely clicked. And I had no idea where I was running. I said, you know what, I'm gonna get to the top of this mountain. I mean, this isn't like a giant mountain that a mountaineer is gonna claim as a big task, but just for a normal runner, all right, that's kind of a task. So eventually, I get to the top of the mountain. This giant vista I see. The rain starts receding. It kind of clearing up, but kind of not. I'm just seeing this beautiful mist, and my heart is going a million miles a minute, because I had just done probably one of the most intense run of my life. And then what you see is on one side, and I turn around, I see the Golden Gate Bridge. I had no idea that it would even be visible from where I was. I was just blown away. And this memory, I think I will have it to the day I die. Hopefully, maybe it's the last thing I think before, I die at the age of 407 in a computer or whatever. It was just something about the adrenaline of having that rain, and this was like a reward, right? And this is how dopamine works, right? If you try and accomplish a task, and then there's an associated reward, that 1-2 punch is just enough to the last thing a guy thinks of before he dies is that one time he saw a bridge. Yup. Also, did you know that the Golden Gate Bridge is the most photographed object in the world? Yeah, now we do have a funny thing. So there was a cult, and I guess they still exist. There is a cult called Family International, which previously was called Teens for Christ in the 80s. Started in the 68, but what I'm about to show you, I believe, is from the 1980s. People were really into bridges. I know. Well, Golden Gate Bridge was a huge thing at the time, right? The one thing I really liked about the Golden Bridge, they have a segment of the cable just cut out and put on display there, and that is just a super cool thing to look at. Anyway, Cathy don't go to the supermarket. This cult put out a film that they wanted to use
Hey
to
guys and gals, get hip with the
people.
new craze. Register today for your very own personal 666 barcode implant. No more need to carry cash or credit cards. The price of the goods you buy is now automatically subtracted.
So like, it's a real, first of all, I gotta warn you, this is a catchy song. You will be singing this in the shower. Maybe this will be the last thing you think before you die at the age of 400. Right? Yeah, it was formed in Huntington Beach, California. Teens for Christ, and then they changed to Children of God. They've done a lot of rebranding, right? Then it was later renamed to The Family of Love, which was then shortened to The Family. Hey, fam. Oh, and then it's currently named Family International because we got to keep changing it. Anyway, yeah, there was a lot of sketchy stuff. They one of their core things was flirty fishing, right? That was a technique that they used to get members. So I don't know that technique, and also this really
From
catchy
your
song.
bank account by the computer terminal at the checkout stand. It's fast. It's easy.
Basically, the premise of this video is that the barcodes are evil. So I guess in the 80s when barcodes became a thing, right? They just...
Don't go, Cathy, don't go.
They didn't want Cathy to go to the supermarket because there are barcodes there.
Don't go, Cathy, don't go. Don't go, please don't go. Cathy, don't go to the supermarket today. Cathy, don't go to
Like,
the
who are those
supermarket
guys?
today. 'Cause there's a very strange man at the checkout stand, and there's a laser scanner where you put your hand.
Cathy, don't go to the supermarket today.
Don't go, Cathy, don't go. Without a computer ID, there's no
Like,
way to pay.
crazy makeup job there. That's scary.
I know there's a sale and a special on rice, and you can buy beans at a giveaway price. But that's just
Good
their
rhyme.
way to get you down there. What you don't know is that they're everywhere.
Cathy, don't go to the supermarket today.
Cathy, don't go
Oh my
to
gosh.
the supermarket today.
Don't go. Cathy, don't go.
Without a computer ID, there's no way to pay. Don't go, please don't go. 'Cause there's a very strange man at the checkout stand.
So I looked into it and I uploaded this to YouTube beforehand to make sure I wouldn't get a copyright strike. No problem whatsoever. I guess if you're a cult and you're afraid of a barcode, you're probably not on YouTube filing DMCA takedown. So
Make us their slaves.
I just love that this exists. I would love to know, did this recruit any members? Yeah. Barcodes on their heads. Now I'm really, really excited about David Cronenberg. I've been talking about David Cronenberg. I just recently got into a huge binge on just so many of his movies. There is so much good stuff that David Cronenberg has made. So if you don't know who David Cronenberg is, he has pretty much pioneered the body horror genre. What is body horror? That's any horror that involves like body parts melting or morphing or like weird, faces melting off and stuff like that. He was the one that really made that happen in around 1970 to 80s and really pushed it. The film you may know mostly associated right on top is The Fly. Best movie recommend to start with, probably if you haven't seen The Fly, that is amazing. It's got Jeff Goldblum. Well, there it is, right? Jeff Goldblum. I don't want to ruin any of it, so it involves The Fly, and that's all you really need to know. A+, if you haven't seen The Fly, go watch it. Super good movie. The first time I really came to know about David Cronenberg was from Rick and Morty. They referenced him like several times in
Boy,
a
Morty,
clip.
I really Cronenberg the world up, didn't I? You got a whole planet of Cronenbergs walking around down there, Morty.
multiple-
At least they're not in love with you anymore, though. It's a huge step in the right direction.
They just dropped
God,
Cronenberg's
it's a
name like
living nightmare.
twice. The whole point of Scanners is that they're people with telepathic powers. It was like the first movie that really made it such a great job, and the filmmaking of David Cronenberg is so good. This is more or less the intro scene to Scanners 1 concept. Look at this set, 1970s architecture is so cool. Yeah, I know, right? This is like horror, but like this is good stuff. This is, I'm telling you, this is great. I know it's hard, but hey, horror is great. I can't show you the full head explosion scene. Again, this is not a spoiler. It's like the opening scene of Scanners 1. So I did a little editing. Instead of like a head exploding, there is like a super gay rainbow. But like it is it the teacher from Starship Troopers? I don't know. Do you like my editing job? I mean, I couldn't show the head exploding, right? Like YouTube would, like, they wouldn't just delete the video. They wouldn't just delete the channel. Like YouTube would just delete itself. They'd be like, all right, boys, we had a good run. That was enough of that. Let's just wrap things up and delete ourselves off the internet. Yeah, so Scanners 1. Oh my God. Speaking of 80s, the intro to Scanners 3 is very different because the 80s are happening and we've got synthesizers and we've got fashion and dancing and like set up for this scene. The woman you see on screen, the guy she's talking to has been very sexist and just like, it's her boss and he has taken credit for the job she has done, and he's like, oh, you're just the eye candy to like seal the deal or whatever. Super not cool, but it was cool that they were highlighting this in the film and saying that that's not good, so that's good.
Mark, you just f***ed with the wrong person.
See ya. So yeah, we went from like heads exploding in Scanners 1 and then the 80s came, and yeah, but no, they were all good. I just love it. Yeah, you really love how movies and stuff evolve and devolve. It's hard to imagine something like American Psycho coming out today. Oh yeah, that was a hell of a movie. I love the business card scene, right? It really felt like an art student's, homework assignment. I mean, it was really well shot, but bad pacing, bad energy. And when I Googled it, the first article came up that says like filming now beginning with Kirsten Stewart. I'm like, what? Yeah, he's redoing the film right now in Greece. Like, I think he realized, oh, that was such a bad movie. Like, I just need to redo it. So that is what he's doing. They're redoing Crimes of the Future. So wait for the new one. I would not watch the old one. The plot of that movie is that all the women are gone and some guy has a foot fetish. That's Crimes of the Future. Crash, I didn't watch it because it's about cars. And what is a car but a motorcycle with too many wheels, right? A History of Violence is pretty good. Like some regular old dad figure. He basically kicks some mobster ass, and like his wife is like, how did you know how to do that? Right? The Dead Zone. This one I need to comment just because it has John Malkovich. I saw the main character.
What's on your mind, Sam?
And I was like, oh my God, it's John Malkovich. That one's all right. Shivers. That is about a sexually transmitted disease that turns people into monsters, basically, right? Many of these deal with like monster and body horror, right? Because that's his shtick. Recently been watching a lot of sort of indie movies, like small and single man made stuff. Oh yeah, like Everything Will Be Okay and the likes. Everything Will Be Okay. Should I Google that? I think I should. I have like a I have a button for opera. Oh, that art style looks familiar. Oh, I know this guy. Yeah, he did the my spoon's too big, right? I am a banana. Okay, I must seem like I'm an insane person, but anybody that knows the thing that I'm talking about, yeah, okay, cool. I will check this out for next time, perhaps. Thank you. Coolness. All right, so this is kind of like the favorite segment of some folk, just because it's like, you don't know what you're gonna get. I literally don't know, with the exception of the very first clip, because it was so cool. I'm like, all right. And because it had an audio track from Ice Cube, you can do it. I can only play like 9 seconds of it and then it mutes. Or maybe I put in another, no, it just mutes it. But I love this dancing and it makes me want to learn the robot.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Get your ass up and hurry.
Ice Cube. Look at this dancing. Oh, it's so good. This is TikTok Taylor_that dancer. Look how cute they are. Look at that cute, and like curly hair, cute couple. Goals. So good. So the intro. I just wish I could play the whole shtick. Oh, the doggy is falling asleep.
Hello and welcome to today. I take this opportunity to say that if you're seeing this video, it means that you're still alive, and so you can still do stuff.
Yes.
So you should just take
this
a
guy's
minute
got
and
it.
Go. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of craziness going on in my life.
A lot of craziness. This guy's great.
I can deal with it. I'm still here.
I love you, dude. I don't know who you are.
Else to do except deal with stuff, so I'm just gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so have a super awesome day. Bye.
Shut the f*** up, why are you so loud?
This is kind of like a horror. This is another Cronenberg film of horror. No, I'm just kidding.
Daddy, hurry! I saw something scurry!
Son, what's all this screaming for? You're gonna wake the neighbors next door.
Daddy, I think there's a spider on my floor. Is it? And will you squish it?
You call me in here in the middle of the night to come into your room and destroy life. Is that what they teach you in Sunday school?
But Daddy, it's gross. It's got a million legs, a billion eyes, a trillion eggs.
Son, it's not disgusting. It's just reality.
This was called
Take a deep breath and appreciate life.
History of North America, except somebody sped it up 2x, and it's weird as hell.
Your bedroom floor. Do you know the proper name?
Arachnids!
That's right. We're living in a world that's full of creatures, big and small, hairy and spiny. You're not the center of the world.
Yeah, that was called History of North America, and you get it? It's like, yeah. There's some themes in there, but it was just really creepy because it was sped up 2x, and they did that thing where they click maintain audio pitch in Adobe Premiere and just kind of made a weird. So that was like a guitar playing like normally, but it just sounds so weird and creepy, and it's just like, I don't know. 15 items or fewer. Thank you. Yes. When you, oh my God, that was Weird Al.
Have you ever done a sinus rinse before?
Have you had a sinus rinse before? This is a good, like, obviously they've replaced the audio.
Something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Something's gonna give. Something's gonna give. Something's gonna give now. Let the bodies hit the floor. 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 Let the bodies hit the floor.
Some of Part, thank you for joining us. Yeah, well, I'm glad your janky as hell browser can watch streams, because that means you're here to say hi. I appreciate that. I had to keep this. These nuts! Love the music. So let's go back to something completely normal, like this. That was normal. Here's some more normal stuff. I heard you like normal stuff. I think it's like an actual old photograph. Like, so good. How did they do this? Like, what software was used to make this? Oh God, this TikTok music, but oh no, the dog! Oh no! I think that might have been a repeat from the first stream, but.
See your war face.
I don't remember this. Let's see your war face. How cool is that, right? I mean, you know those TikTok things where the line. Yeah, okay.
So you hold him like this. Watch Tooster's body. Watch
this is a thing with chickens. If you put a line in front of them, they just they do that.
Gosh. Watch.
They just do that. I don't get it.
He's totally fixated on the line. Watch. He's asleep. This is just like when they're roosting.
Isn't that weird?
How long will he stay like that?
A few minutes.
It's a good question.
Sometimes they'll stand up and stare at it and then lay down.
If we erase the line, will he wake up?
I'm not sure either.
Is he gonna peck me?
What happens if you erase the line?
Oh my gosh, if you erase the... Don't erase the line!
He found out. He found out. Oh, here's a bunch of nails. You ever wonder how they get them all lined up to put in a box? If you rotate chickens counterclockwise, they fall asleep too? Huh. I know you can also like move their like bodies around and... Oh yeah, are chickens real? Probably not, because they're birds and birds are not real.
We're doing some feeding in that room, so we're kind of closed from there. This is a really important clutch of eggs.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know how long you guys have been following me, but this is actually a baby from a baby.
Ooh! That's good. I like this. Is Brian real? I don't know. I don't know if Brian is real. Maybe I'm just B. Thinking about rebranding my channel. I don't know. Oh, this is sketch. This was so sketch. I was like, oh, this has to be on the stream because...
What the fuck, dude? What the...
Look at this. Just at night, some dude sets up a roadblock.
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
Yeah, get GTFO. GTFO. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Reality is a myth. Oh, this is so funny. Waking up to Android. Totally. Waking up to Apple. Simulation or not, reality isn't nearly as ordinary as we usually think it is. Well, that's definitely true, right? We're just a bunch of meat puppets and trying to make sense of things that don't make sense, right? Lots of normal stuff in my stream today.
How is it that you
this is so cool. This is so cool.
And evil?
So cool. I love this makeup.
Gave me. I want you to kill one more.
I think like cosplay is like 80% of the reason I want to be a girl. So good.
Do you know what day it is, Mr. Crozier?
I know.
What day of the week, I mean?
No.
It's a Wednesday.
I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still.
Is that the guy from Tron?
Invisible to the eye, but my movement was so slow that it's imperceptible.
Oh my god, we're almost out of time today. That was like so fast. So yeah, commit to it. That's why I'm trying this. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I wanted to thank the new Patreons. Thank you so much. We've got a few new names. Big Krusty, thank you so much for supporting. Yo Krakra. Yo Kraka. Yo Krakra. Dave, thank you very much. And Slough 1968, when I asked like what name he wanted to be thanked, he actually added a title. You know, I didn't say you couldn't add a title, so I'm going to thank him with his full title. Slough 1968, comma, owner of all things robot themed and mind breaking, occasionally both. So there you go. You got the full thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoyed this stream. And have a wonderful Saturday. Much love. Cheers.